Hey, Pat, how are you? You're like in a summery outfit. Look at that.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah. You know, we don't have that many anymore of those. I know it's rain.
Fall's coming.
I don't know if I told you, my daughter just got engaged last weekend, and where she got engaged was actually kind of close to your backyard, right on the edge of Baker's Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I live right on the north side.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh my God, that's Pat's house. What the hell?
Yeah,
Cincinnati just scored up in
I
second.
grew up in a little
What?
tiny house.
Cincinnati just scored up in second. Second game. Cardinals won
Never in my
first.
life did I think I'd ever live in a place like that.
There you go. Good.
It was kind of a dream of mine.
Good deal.
25 years later, still there.
Still there. Still kicking. All right. I got 6 p.m. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
I guess so.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like to call the Oglesby City Council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Aldrich.
Here.
Cullinan. McDermott.
Here.
Moyle. Here. Curran.
Here. Commissioner Cullinan informed me that because school starts tomorrow, he had a meeting that went till at least 6 p.m. So I'm not sure if he'll be here on time or on time. I'm not sure if he'll be here or just be very late. So, all right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Number 4, Mayor's Report. A couple items here. One, I wanted to thank Congresswoman Underwood for the funding. Mac was kind enough, he put the check over on a nice easel there. For those that may have seen in the news media, she was able to come and present the check to us on Friday. We got maybe about 40 minutes with her. She's such a kind individual. I love hearing her speak, and I just feel honored to spend a little bit of time with her and things like that. And so basically, for those that didn't maybe pick up on the news article, that is for our water line replacement that we're doing out on the far east side of town. So when we originally approached the Congresswoman, it was about, hey, what are we gonna do? We got this $20+ million, wastewater treatment project, and obviously that is such a large size, amount of money for a town of our size. So her question basically was, what other things could I help with that might help offset some of those costs? And this was one of them. So this is a great program for this because, again, I want to stress that there's nothing wrong with any drinking water right now or anything like that. So this line, it's brittle, and it could easily be damaged. And if it were to be damaged, it'd be very expensive to fix. So it is something that needs to get replaced. And I believe later this fall, we're going to be going out for bid for it and hopefully fixed in the spring. So again, that's $1 million that we don't have to come out of taxpayer funds for the wastewater treatment plant. So huge thank you to her. And she's also offered to help with other projects. So we'll likely be bringing some other infrastructure projects to her as well so we can get some funding with. Number 2, Senior League Baseball and their representation of us nationally at the World Series. Again, they did a great job. I really appreciate them. Matter of fact, they have one of the players' name is Espen, which was based on ESPN, so he got a little bit more regular FaceTime on national news because of that. So God bless them. I'd like to thank them for representing us in the area. They are going to be providing us a signed baseball by the entire team that was out at the World Series there. I was just talking to some of the council members. I think I made a mistake. I thought we talked about a display case up here. Maybe that was either that was last council meeting or last council, or it was something there. We have a lot of artifacts back in the old clerk's office that we'd like to see if we can possibly get a display case, because if we get a nice baseball like that, I'm not sure where to display something like that other than putting it up here for a few meetings. So we'll look into that. So looking forward to that. Number 3, Municipal Band will play at the Dickinson House on September 9th at 6:30 p.m. The Ice Cream Social will start at 5 p.m. They are also selling T-shirts in celebration of their 85th anniversary. So please support them and check them out. Next item, 2 events we got going on. September 5th through the 10th is Kingdom of Wonders Medieval Circus. It's down where the Fun Fest rides used to be. We're excited to see this kind of a new event. We don't know really what it's going to be about. Commissioner Balder is able to kind of coordinate with them and get it up and running, so we're kind of excited to see what that's going to be. So let's check it out. And then we will have another meeting but I just want to give you a heads up. Boots, Brews, and Barbecue is Saturday, September 12th. They'll have all the same fun stuff that we have. There's one thing that's new, though. There's going to be a cigar bar there. So please check that out, September 12th. The last thing I wanted to put out was September 8th is our next regular meeting. So again, there's 4 times a year that we have a 3-week break in between council meetings. The unique thing about this is September 7th is Labor Day. So it's even more unique that this will be a 22-day break between council meetings. I don't know how often that happens, so nice 22 break. Everybody will be excited about that. So other than that, hopefully we'll have a short meeting tonight and everybody be happy. So that's all I have. Number 5, public comment on agenda items only. Seeing that there's none, we'll move on. Number 6, approval of minutes from the May 18th, 2026 regular meeting. If there's no additions, corrections, or modifications, can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for May 18th, 2026 regular meeting.
July.
It says May. Why does it
It
say
says
May?
May.
Is it just,
It was just a typo.
so it should be July 18th, right?
Oh,
Okay.
I apologize. I should have
is it
caught, I
August
should have caught
3rd?
that when I was reviewing it here.
Yeah.
July 18th. We got,
August 3rd.
okay.
my God.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
August 3rd.
August 3rd, there we go.
Okay, August 3rd. There is a motion. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Baldridge.
Aye.
McDermott.
Aye.
Moyle.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. Number 7, approve bills presented for payment in the amount of $701,900.01. So a lot of that is based on, it's our payment for, I believe, the electric bills and stuff like that happens. So that's why you get an inflated one like that. If there's no additions, corrections, or modifications, can I get a motion to pay the bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $701,900.01.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call, please.
Baldridge.
Aye.
McDermott.
Aye.
Moyle.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. Number 8, approve payroll for $86,776.04. If there's no additions, corrections, or modifications, can I get a motion to approve the payroll?
I'll make a motion to approve the payroll of $86,776.04.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Baldridge.
Aye.
McDermott.
Aye.
Moyle.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. Number 9, old business. A, discussion and possible action on $8,000 IML budget. Cullinan's not here. I'll just go around the room if anybody has any comments or anything like that on it. Moyle?
I hope you guys bring back lots of information. This year I won't be able to attend. I did look at the proposed meetings that are going to be done, and I assume that the chief had already looked at it too. It doesn't look like there's a high amount of public health and safety classes, so even though they had the opportunity, they're not going either. So if you bring it back anything, that would be great.
Okay, excellent. Mac?
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I can bring back the possibility of some more grants.
Great.
Do it for Oglesby, right?
Richard?
I appreciate the opportunity to go. I will also be going only Thursday and Friday night, so keep those down to that.
Yep, excellent. Actually, Cullinan did give me one comment to say. What was the one comment? He just, I think it's, what did he say? As said at the last meeting, IML stuff will be reimbursed after the event this year as opposed to prior, like last year. So that's his comment on it. My thing is, there's actually some, usually I don't try to go, I don't necessarily get there on Thursday for the, for some of those ones, but there's some really good ones in Mac. I'm told you can make it for Thursdays. There's some
be there
really good ones
Thursday and
actually on
Friday.
Thursday afternoon. It's tough for me to get 2 days out, so, should be good. Looking forward to it. I think in the budget number, we have less people that are going, so it's less than it was last year, so, if anybody has anything else on it, if not, we can get a motion to approve the budget for it.
Make a motion to approve the budget for it.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Baldridge.
Aye.
McDermott.
Aye.
Moyle.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. B, discussion and possible action on Anjani facade grant. Curran. Okay, so, this is for the, liquor store. Actually, Paul, I feel bad, we didn't check one thing on that. Did we ever verify if they get paid in the rears after they send their receipts in, or if they get paid up front?
After the receipt.
It is after receipts, okay. So this one, the board looked at it and they approved recommendation for it. The total amount that could be reimbursed is like 45,000, but the grant maxes out at 35,000, so they recommended for the total of 35,000. The question I had was, I wanted to make sure that we weren't giving them the money beforehand, because there's still a question out there with the building permit process, that they have to make sure is, they gotta get something signed off either by a structural engineer or an architect of record, I believe, is that correct? But the good news is, they're not gonna get paid until they get everything approved anyway, so. I think it's a good thing, should be a huge, liquor store, and they should update the building quite a bit, which will end up getting our money back in tax dollars at some point anyways. So we'll go around the room. Moyle?
I think it's a positive thing to move forward on a project that it's been a little bit delayed. As far as the facade grant, I'm just curious because I was approached by someone else who was looking at using it. Is there a cap of how much per year? What, do you know what it was allocated for?
So it used to be. We had more restrictions on our facade program when before it was just TIF only. It was TIF only location, and we changed it, I think at the beginning of this administration, to where it's now all of Columbia and all of Walnut, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a TIF zone for that. And I don't believe it's associated with a specific set amount that we have appropriated for it.
Okay.
Now, that's a question we could, because it's usually paid from the TIF, which is a separate fund anyways. But that is a good question, because it's not required to be paid from the TIF anymore. So the good question would be, what if you're gonna put $50,000 worth of improvements, and it's not from the TIF, it's coming out of the general fund? Actually, that probably should be a line item in the future, if we're gonna do that.
Now, I don't remember if there was anything in the appropriation ordinance for that, Jen, do you?
No, I think it's under, it had been paid out with TIF, so I'm assuming that it's just all, it was all in the TIF before, we didn't have anything separate for it.
And this one would be covered in the TIF area. So like, an example of one that would not, I believe, let's say somebody was going to do that, the old Two Brothers location, if they put in one for there, I don't know if that is necessarily in a TIF zone. I have to look at the map again. It might not be.
I don't know either. I'd be surprised if it weren't,
But it would be covered by the facade grant since we took that out, but then that means that funding would come out of general funds. But now we've extended Walnut Street, so I believe, since we've expanded upon the TIF area, even the new Burger King, the old Burger King, where they're looking to bring something, that should be included in the TIF as well then, or something. Because yes, I have heard that there's at least 2 more packages looking to come, so I'm excited about that. So, anything else?
Nope.
Mac?
Well, actually, this is part of the question that I was asked to bring forward, which is C, but I'm glad to hear it about the facade and process and everything else. People are wondering about the time frame and everything else, and well, the other that ties into what I was going to discuss was appropriations and variances. They were worried about the time frame, but I guess we'll talk about that later.
Okay, did you have a specific question in regards
No,
to this
it's-
one for time?
yeah, it's just
The
like-
timeframe, unless you're asking how long it's been
Yeah.
a very long time. We were
Peop-
hoping this would be done last year.
People were asking about that and everything, so I don't know. It could be included into what I was going to bring up, so that's fine, whichever.
Okay, we can talk about it then, but if it was related to this one, we could talk about it now if you'd like.
Well, that's just it. They were worried about the application permits, the variations, the facade, if there was a certain time limit on it or anything else. I was confronted by about 3 different people, actually 4, and they were all asking the same question. Is there a time limit on the applications, the permits, or anything? Is there a certain time to where they cut it off? I mean, do we have to get it processed at a certain time?
Once a building permit is issued, you mean, or how long it takes the
Right.
permit process? I know this permit process has been overly long. We were hoping it'd be something resolved last year.
Okay.
I don't know if that's I mean,
I think Jim and I know that it's 60 days for the body, not the board, but the body to
Right.
hear the request. Correct, Jim?
Yeah, that's for plan commission.
Plan commission,
For plan commission kind of questions.
those are
This one's-
map amendments. I don't know that there's a time limit on variance requests, but
I'd have to look at it.
yeah, we certainly try to get them done. It's been complicated, Mac,
Yeah,
because we didn't
I
have a
know.
zoning administrator for a long time who undertook those things. Jim's hit the ground running since the last meeting and has sent me 3 requests, so we're trying to keep them
Okay.
moving.
Well,
I remember,
I'll let them know.
so just speaking of the timeline for stuff, I want to say it was well over a year ago that they had, I don't know if it was design and review or plan commission that met on the concerns, like, for example, the parking lot size and stuff like that, and they made recommendations back to get that kind of approved, and
Plan commission met for design review met in July of last year.
July of last year, yeah, it's been a very long time.
A few hiccups, and then they said they'd really commit in March, and we haven't quite been able to get them to understand that a structure engineer has to sign off on
Yep.
foundation using existing foundations.
And my understanding is that's the last little piece that they need.
That's the last piece
Yep.
holding it.
Yeah,
Jim, appreciate it.
and another thing for the timeline, I think I mentioned it at another one, the owner or whatever had some kind of family emergency problem they had to deal with out in Tennessee for a significant number of months, which put the program in delay until just a few months ago where it started back up, so. Rich, anything?
No.
Okay. So, one of the things, and I know we talked on the phone today about this, Pat, I feel, and I might be wrong, but I feel like the facade grant, the ones that we've done in the past, we ran something through Herb's office first. Did you ever have a chance to look at that, if that was the case? Or,
No, I saw your email to Jen. You didn't talk to him, did you, Jen? No. I
okay,
mean, I can reach out to him. I just think that Herb's office would be the one to put the stamp of approval on whether it's TIF eligible, if you wanna take the funds out of the TIF,
yeah,
because they have to put their stamp of approval on it as the administrator. If it's not in a TIF district, I don't think Herb's office has to get involved.
yeah, well, I know we'd use TIF funds for this, but the reason I say that is, I thought about this, we had the JRV, the Joint Review Board meeting, last Thursday, and I looked in that thing that had the summary of all the TIF projects and stuff like that that we did, and in those were all the ones that we also did with, this kind of program in the past, and that's what had me thinking. I'm trying to think from like 4 or 5 years ago, I think when we approved it at the council level, I feel like it was some kind of documentation that came from Herb's office.
I think so.
So, I think maybe we're
You need
doing,
to run this past you.
we probably should have done that. We approved it, and we can still approve it tonight, that's fine though, but I still think it has to go through Herb's office, because they have to document it properly for the TIF.
Yeah, I think you can approve it tonight, subject to the approval of the TIF administrator, which is Herb's office.
Okay, all right, I think it's a great thing. Again, this whole program that we designed, because it's money that goes directly into the new building and stuff like that, it raises the property value, and the city gets its money back eventually. So, if there's no other discussion on it, if we can get a motion to approve the Anjani facade grant pending the TIF administrator approval.
To a maximum amount of $35,000.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the Anjani facade grant, up to 35,000, subject to the TIF administrator approval.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call, please.
Aldrich,
Aye.
McDermott,
Aye.
Moyle,
Aye.
Kern.
Aye. 10, new business. A, discussion and possible action on city credit card name change Cullinan. So this is not one of the items he gave me anything on, so I don't know what he was trying to say about that. If anybody has any comments on anything, we can, or we can either table it for the next
I
one.
assume he's trying to put the right people, because we have some retired people still on credit cards, on the credit card. That's what I assume his intention is. I don't want to speak for him.
Yeah.
Probably that's what it is. He didn't really mention very
Yeah.
much, so.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure what, because I assumed, we talked about this in the past, I thought that's what we were doing, so I don't know what the update
I
is.
feel like that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean,
How long does it take to put like our department heads on there so that it's
It
their
doesn't
names?
take very long. It's just for, any name changes
You
or
have
to
to
add
authorize it,
somebody.
yeah.
We just, I have
The
to have
council
the
needs to
council
authorize it. yeah.
That's
Oh,
all.
did we not authorize that in the past?
You have, but if there's a name change, you just have to authorize that separately, or like when we gave Steve one last meeting, you just have to authorize it, so the bank has something that says that people are allowed to have the city card.
Okay.
how many do we need to change? Just yours?
I think
Yeah, that's a good
probably
question.
one for me and, yeah, just the clerk's office.
Okay. And we need to vote on that at a council level, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what we want to do, or, I mean, I don't know what else he was talking about.
I don't
We can
know.
either do it, or we can table it. It's up to you guys.
It's
Well,
not
maybe-
gonna affect anything. for
Maybe
a
we
couple
should
weeks.
table it until Austin's here,
I think
so we can
Okay.
clarify it for sure.
All right, if someone wants to make a
I'm
motion
sure
to
he's
table
not-
it,
Sure he's
Motion
not
to
in the
table.
City.
Okay.
Second.
roll call, please.
Good job.
Baldrich,
Aye.
McDermott,
Aye.
Moyle,
Aye.
and Kern.
Aye, easy day, all right. Hey, so my thing says C is the next one, is that correct?
Right.
Or,
B.
okay, all right. Want to make sure there wasn't an item I was missing, so, okay, B. Review all permit applications received and variances requested given to the city for the August 2026, up to the date of the council meeting, McDermott.
Like I said earlier, that kind of falls into the same deal. I think we discussed it already. I mean, I don't know what else you would have on there.
Was it just one you were talking about, or, because I didn't know what you were referring to this.
There was a few different ones. People were asking about the application permits, the variances, and the facade. How long does it take, and what's taking so long, and I was wondering, should we keep track of that, or whatever? I mean,
I thought there was a folder that we have access to that has all those kinds of things in there under council. Isn't there something?
I think
Yeah,
it's
but
been
are
being
you,
updated.
are you talking about like from, like a citizen putting in an application, how long
Right.
it takes for them to get their building
right,
permit?
that's what they're asking. They're
Oh,
asking
it's-
variances, permits, and
It's
the facade.
variable, it kind of depends on what it is. If it's something fairly easy, we can do turnaround in a couple days. Yeah, 3 to 5 days, but if it's something where we have to get either Burton or now Jim involved in, it's gonna take a little bit longer. But we try to get it done in 3 to 5 days from the time. If it's something simple, a new roof, a deck, a
Right.
fence that isn't wanting anything. It's just any, on things that are, not usual and customary, it has to go through other people. So that would be a matter of however long it takes for that.
Mac, is your
Okay.
question related to how we were starting to get a backlog going because we didn't have the zoning administrator?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what they were talking about, was how they put in permits or something, and it's taking so long, and
Yeah.
everything else.
My understanding,
Side.
Jim's been hitting the ground running. Well, I'll let everybody else talk first if they want to go around. Richie, anything?
No.
Hillary? So my understanding is Jim's been hitting the ground running on a lot of that stuff. There's probably some items we'll start seeing, like I think there was another short-term rental that somebody had put in for and all that stuff. And the zoning administrator needed to go through that first and stuff. So hopefully soon, I'm assuming there'll probably be some things that we'll start seeing. Is that probably,
You should have 2 short-term rentals at your next meeting.
okay.
Ask on a hearing scheduled for KDI for the special use. I asked him to do another one for the holiday vacation.
I'm working on that one for the following week, Jim.
And we've got a couple of questions, general questions that attorneys have asked me, and that's whether I can say yes or no, or have to go to the planning commission.
Yep. All right.
And I responded to you on those, Jim, but
Okay.
in the last couple hours, so you might not have seen it yet.
I would check.
Yeah, you'll see it in the morning.
All right, thank you, Jim. So I think that might be what you're talking about,
Yep,
some of the
that's good
backlog
enough.
issues we've had in the past, and things are moving along now, so. Did you have something else, Jim?
The facade committee talked about the last one, it took so long, we're trying to get it done, we can turn around in 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
But it depends on the council, and how often they do it. If this, we had one for you tomorrow, you wouldn't see it for 3 weeks. We're trying to speed that up.
I appreciate that.
I just want to put it out there, like, I don't want to ever be the reason why something's getting delayed. So if there is something, I would come to a special meeting. I don't know how everybody else
Right.
I think
feels.
we made that
Yeah.
clear a number
Yeah,
of times.
so
Yeah,
I just don't want to be
absolutely.
the reason why something's not happening.
You know, that's a good point. I don't want to go off the subject here, but, you know, we do have 22 days between our next meeting. It's one of the longest ones we have. I know we did talk about having a special meeting. I know you two were going to try to get together and look at some long-term potential plans. Like you said, if there's a need to have a special meeting, we absolutely can do that, especially if there's, like, if we miss a cutoff, even if there's 2 weeks between meetings and all of a sudden, hey, this came in yesterday, we didn't get it in yet. Okay, well, yeah, if it's really important to somebody, especially if it's gonna be a business developing, absolutely. Let's do a special meeting if we need to. So, all right, anything else on this topic?
Absolutely. Special meetings if necessary, let's get them done.
Okay.
Good thing.
C, discussion and possible action on Clenard resignation current. Okay. I don't like how that's written like that, because it makes me think, people are probably thinking like, we just appointed him, so, no. Dear Mayor
Done
I
Kern.
did wonder when I saw it.
Yeah.
I figured I knew
He's had enough of it. I probably should have, that's my fault. I probably should have said, yeah, okay.
Former.
Dear Mayor Kern, given my recent appointment as zoning administrator, I must resign from the Oglesby Plan Commission. Also, given that I was a member of the Design Review Board, because I was a member of the Plan Commission, I must resign from that board as well. Be advised that my resignations will result in 2 vacancies on each of these boards because there were vacancies already. These resignations are effective immediately. While it is not necessary due to my position with the city, I intend to resign from the Facade Committee effective September 8th, 2026. You need to appoint a new chairman of the committee to replace me at that time. I am very proud of the work these boards have been able to complete while I was a participant. I will make myself available to assist them in any way should they need it. Respectfully submitted, James K. Clenard. So my only 2 cents with all of that is I'm always super appreciative of any time somebody volunteers on our boards, because that means we're having citizens that want to be engaged. They want to take their personal time to try to benefit the city in a positive way. I really appreciate that. And I even really appreciate when it's people that have a significant expertise in that. So with this, if anybody went to some of the Plan Commission meetings or Design and Review Board stuff, you'll notice that Jim Kleinert, while he is a member of those boards, his expertise has a lot of advisement that he puts out because of his background as engineering and things like that. And plus just knows about our building codes and all of those kinds of things. So him moving as zoning administrator, he might be pulled from some of these boards as an actual voting member, but he's still going to be somebody that is now officially advising them and from a zoning capacity yet. So I appreciate all of that. And then there will be a couple boards that'll be open here. So we'll go around the room before we accept the resignation. Anybody wants to say anything? Go ahead.
Thanks, Jim.
Mac?
Thanks, Jim, and anybody out there in the public that's willing to help the city, it's appreciated, and we got spots available.
Rich?
I agree with Mac. We need to get some people here.
Yep.
Join 'em.
Okay, with that being said, can I get a motion to accept his resignation from those aforementioned boards?
I'll make a motion to accept Clenard's resignation from, well, I didn't write them down. Do I have to name the boards?
No.
Zoning,
Board, Plan
planning,
Commission, and Design and Review.
and design and review, and then the facade committee.
Facade Committee
As well.
effective
Maybe
September.
it was facade, not Design and Review?
No, it's Plan Commission, Design and Review, and Facade.
Okay.
Do I have to repeat it?
No,
You did
you're
it.
good. Accept
I'll
the
second that motion.
All right, roll call, please.
Baldridge,
Hi.
McDermott,
Aye.
Moyle,
Aye.
Kern.
All right, okay, so what that means is there is spots
Openings.
available for Plan Commission, Design and Review Board. Facade Committee might be up to 2. There's one thing I gotta check, because one had like Becky's name behind there. On the one I just noticed it said Economic Development, so I don't know if that means that she still has the seat technically, or if there's gonna be 2 spots available for it. And then under Park Board, I know it was blank, but I'm really sure that we appointed somebody, unless they, we're gonna verify that one, but I think we did appoint somebody to that. That just didn't get filled in. So we'll have at least Plan Commission, Design and Review, and Facade at a minimum. If anybody is interested in those boards, please either reach out to me, you can either send me a letter, an email, or the clerk's office of their intent, and we'll get that in front of the council, and hopefully we can fill these boards. Thank you. Okay, that being said, number 11, public comment on any topic. Wow, this is gonna be a short one, that's crazy. All right, number 12, commissioner reports. Commissioner Moyle.
So I am gonna read some statistics from July. I didn't do it last meeting, so I know you all have been anxiously awaiting. So for the police department, we had 118 traffic stops, 38 citations, 3 traffic collisions, 22 new cases, 9 cases closed with an arrest, cases closed by other means, 7 of them, informational cases, 3, and we provide 451 extra patrols, which include business checks, house watches, park checks. For the ambulance, we had 1 transfer, 1 mutual aid given, the last one was received, so 1 of each, 1 ALS intercept, 7 calls in district, 43 in town as a result of 911, for a total of 54 calls. And lastly, for the fire department, there were 29 calls in total. 8 were auto aid and mutual aid, 6 rescues, 5 wires down, 4 activated alarms, 2 vehicle accidents, 1 gas leak, 1 vehicle fire, 1 washdown, 1 lift assist. Of those 29 calls, 13 were in the city limits, 7 were in the district, and 9 were out of the district. So through July, for the fire department, that brings the call total to 189. So that's all I have.
I am kind of curious, what does cases closed by other means mean?
Good question.
They just might not want to move forward with the case.
Oh, okay, okay, closed because of no more, it's not moving forward, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems kind of strange.
By
Okay.
force.
Mac?
Well,
Commissioner
first of
McDermott.
all.
Sorry, I
Oh, no,
apologize.
you're
I
fine.
usually give somebody
Go
their title too. Commissioner McDermott. I
Sorry.
apologize.
You're fine. First of all, I'd like to give a big thank you and deep gratitude to Ms. Underwood for presenting this to the mayor of the city of Oglesby to check for the amount of $120,800, a grant that I received, and to all those who were present at the time when she was here, JP, Chief Marcus, also the clerk's office for making sure everything was set up to make her visit inviting and pleasant and productive, and the detailed information that Ross was available to give her, things that Curran and I don't know. I also need to let everybody know that I was informed today that we got another grant for $40,000. It's a water grant, lead service line. It's for mapping and GIS. So we're moving forward, getting more grants.
Good deal.
And I'd like to inform people that there's concern about on the internet, on Facebook, is what's said and everything else. Just remember that when somebody says something on the internet or Facebook, it's a lot of personal and their own beliefs. It's not necessarily true or false either way. All right? I would suggest if you have concerns or questions, you would ask somebody maybe in that department or anything. You could ask myself, Rich, Hillary, Austin, even Jason. Find the facts first. Okay? Thank you and have a good night.
Thanks. Commissioner Baldridge.
I'm pleased to report that our new Oglesby community map has finally been installed at the boat launch. This project provides residents and visitors with a clear and attractive way to find our parks, recreation areas, local amenities, roads, and other points of interest throughout Oglesby. The finished installation looks great and is a welcome addition to the boat launch area. We also had a great turnout for music in the park at Lehigh. We estimate approximately 200 to 250 people attended throughout the evening. The weather cooperated for nearly the entire event, with only a light sprinkle coming toward the end. The response from our residents was extremely positive. We received many compliments about the event, the location, and the overall atmosphere, along with requests to do more events like this in the future. It was great to see so many members of our community come out, enjoy the music, and spend time together. Lehigh Park is a beautiful asset for our community, and events like Music in the Park are a great way to showcase what Oglesby has to offer while giving our residents an opportunity to enjoy it together. All in all, Music in the Park was a tremendous success. I want to thank everyone who helped make the evening possible, everyone who attended, and especially our residents for coming out and supporting a community event. I look forward to building on the success and finding additional opportunities to bring our community together at our parks. Also with the circus, they got a hold of us. You can view promos at thekingdomofwonders.com. There are no animals. That was a question that was asked. And due to the size of the area and the holiday, they've asked to extend it from September 5th to September 10th. Gives more of an opportunity for our community to enjoy this. And we've also received their insurance with Oglesby added to it, so there's no problem there. That's all I have.
Thank you. I didn't know about the promo videos. Do we want to see if maybe we can have our events people put some stuff on the city Facebook page, if there's links to that possibly?
Sure.
Excellent. I don't have anything new from, oh, hold on, there is a new text. All of a sudden if it's Austin. No. So I don't have anything from Austin unless he was going to walk in the door. So number 13, council final comments. Put this back on there in case anybody had any last minute by the ways on anything. If they wanted to chat about anything. I don't have anything. Hillary, do you have anything? Mac?
It's not
No.
legal to put that back on there, Jason.
It's
Are you gonna
been-
violate ordinances again?
It's more than 90 days. per the ordinance. All right. Number 14, executive session, but I believe we do not have a need to go into executive session. Is that accurate?
I don't have a need.
Okay.
I have nothing.
In that case, we are at number 15, adjournment. Can we get a motion to
I'll
adjourn?
make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Aldridge,
Aye.
McDermott,
Aye.
Moyle,
Aye.
and Kurt.
Aye. We are adjourned. We'll see you guys in 22 days,
Unless, of course, we need emergency.
unless we have a quick meeting on something else. Absolutely.
That'll work.
Wow. 33 minutes.
3 minutes.
Nice. Happy birthday for her. That's great.
I'll tell her.
You guys going to dinner anywhere, or you don't know? You probably couldn't plan for dinner
I
because
couldn't,
yeah, you don't know what's
and you
gonna
know what,
happen.
I just happened to run into her at the dumpster, Jason.
The what?
The dumpster behind our office, because we had a tree fall down and a branch in the wood store. She went out there with the saw, cut it all up into pieces, brought it down, threw it in the dumpster. That's what she's doing on her birthday.
Oh my God.
I have a wife that never puts